standing tall. That's it. And just take a moment to find your posture. That's it. So pulling up nice and tall, feet spread into the floor. We're going to bend and circle the shoulders back 4 times. And 2, and 3, and 4. And then coming forwards, bend, circle forwards, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Lovely. Bend, circle the right arm, 1, and 2. Nice big stretch and twist. And the other arm, 3, and 4. Lovely. Taking the legs out a little wider, bend the knees, open the arms, let them go loose. And we're going to swing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keeping the knees bent, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretching out now, we're going to get the legs involved. We've got a side lunge where we reach the opposite hand to the bent knee and then we straighten back up and repeat on the other side. We'll do 10 and we'll gradually get lower as we go along. So pulling up nice and tall, off we go. 1 and 2. Good. And 3. Great. 4 and 5, 6, 7, good, and 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Great. Good job. We're now going to sit on the floor and cross the legs. Good, with a nice tall back and long neck. That's it. So I'll go on a slight diagonal so you can see. We're just going to wake up the spine here and you're going to combine it with your breath. So you're going to breathe in whilst holding onto the knees and breathe back, breathe out as you curve the spine backwards and drop the chin into your chest. You should feel a nice stretch between the shoulder blades. Then breathe in, sit tall, and breathe out. Lift the chest and the chin up to the ceiling. We'll do 3 more. So breathe in, breathe out, drop the chin into the chest, rock back. Good, and sit tall, breathe in, breathe out, open up the chest. Lovely. 1 more, breathe in, breathe out. Sit tall, and sorry, this is the last one. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. And relax. Great. Okay, we're now going to do a little side stretch. So sitting tall with your hands out to the sides. Let's start by stretching to the right. So we'll bring up the left arm, breathe in. And then as you exhale, keep the sit bones on the floor and we're going to stretch to the side. Breathe out. Then tuck your chin into your chest, curve forwards, and sit back up. So this is all still about waking up the spine and having a nice gentle stretch for the back. So 1 arm comes up, breathe in, and breathe out. Stretch to the side, good. Tuck in the chin and curve forwards. 1 more on each side. Breathing in, breathing out. Great. And curve forwards. And last one, breathing in, breathing out, and curve forwards. Lovely. We're now going to roll onto our backs and hug in both knees. So you can start off by sitting and then slowly roll back into a little ball until you end up on your back, and then you can bring those knees into your chest. And we're going to stay in this position for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And now dropping down one leg, let's say the right leg, pull the other leg a bit closer for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then bring that knee across your body, open the arms out to the side, and look in the opposite direction. So you should feel a gentle twist around about waist height here, and you might even feel a nice stretch in the shoulder. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then that bent knee is going to stretch. Good, and hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, bending it in. Roll back, and we're going to switch. So same thing with the other leg now. Pull it into your chest, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it across the body. Open the arms out. Look in the opposite direction and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extends that leg for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Roll back. We're now going to cross the knees, keeping them bent. So let's say we've got right leg on top, and then holding onto your calves, or onto your shins, or even onto your feet, you're going to pull both legs in towards you. So you'll feel this more in the glutes. And let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, we're going to go into our proper glute stretch. So you've got one knee bent on top with the knee going out to the side, and the other knee in tabletop at 90 degrees. Then holding onto that tabletop leg, pull both in towards you. Good. So you hold there. If this isn't comfortable, I'll just demonstrate another option. If you sit against a wall, you can do the same like this, and then slowly pull the lower leg in towards you, and you're going to get the same stretch. So holding for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now the leg in tabletop, we're going to stretch it. Good. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Relax, and let's repeat on the other side. So starting by crossing both legs, toes going outwards. Hold onto the shins or the feet, and pull towards you for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Going now into our glute stretch. One leg open, one leg in tabletop. Hold underneath and pull towards you. Good. Try not to twist here, try not to let the head come up. Holding for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then that leg in tabletop is going to extend. Lovely. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Holding onto one leg, so your choice. Pulling it into the chest, and now stretching that leg up to the ceiling. So this is a great stretch to use your TheraBand if you want. So you can just loop it over your foot here, hold on to the ends, and then using the strength of the arms to pull the leg closer towards you. Otherwise you can just use your hands. Keeping both knees straight and keeping the head on the floor, we're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. Lower down. Same with the other leg. That's it. Lovely. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now both legs come up. Try and keep both knees straight, and you're going to flex both feet. You're going to feel a much deeper stretch behind the legs, and point. Flex, and point. 2 more, flex, and point. You can hold the backs of the legs as long as you keep the knees straight. Last one. Great. Bend the knees, stretch out on the floor, and now reach your fingers up to the ceiling. We're going to do a Pilates roll up and combine it with our breath. So breathe in, breathe out, reach the fingers forwards, tuck the chin into the chest, slowly roll up, keep reaching those fingers forwards to the toes, keep going forwards, 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 forwards. Lovely. Now roll up and stretch the fingers up to the ceiling, breathe in, and we're going to fold forwards again. Stretch and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll up once more. And we're going to hold this last one for 10. So breathe in, breathe out, fold forwards. Try to relax the head, and you'll feel this in the lower back and behind the legs. Stay here for 10, 9, 8. Optional flex if you want a deeper stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And relax. Lovely. Sitting up tall. Reach the fingers out in front of you, and we're going to reverse this. So breathe in and breathe out. Roll back down. Curving the spine, tucking the chin into the chest. Lovely. Okay, we're going to roll onto our front now. Go onto all fours. And we'll start with a normal cat-cow. So that's arching and curving the spine. And then we'll do 2 circles one way and 2 circles the other way. So to do a circle, you're going to bring, let's say, your right shoulder to right hip. Then you're going to drop the forehead down, curve the spine, left shoulder to left hip. And then you arch the back and lift the chin. So 2 of each. Starting with our cat-cow. And you can connect it with the breath as well. So we're going to breathe in. Drop the chin, drop the forehead down, arch the back, and breathe out. Drop the pelvis, lift the chin. Good. And again, breathe in. And breathe out. So this is a great one to wake up the spine. 2 more, breathe in. Keep the neck long, and breathe out. And make sure your hands are below your shoulders. One last one, breathe in. And breathe out. Good, 2 circles. So let's go to the right, to the side. Drop the forehead down. To the left, lift the chin. 1 more. Side. Drop the top of the head down. Side. And lift the chin. Reversing, going the other way. So this is your first circle. And second circle. Great, go back to neutral. And we're going to do an upper back stretch here by threading one arm underneath, letting the shoulder drop down to the floor. Good. And just stay for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now reach that hand up to the ceiling, opening up the chest. And lower. Good. Swapping over, thread the arm through, let the shoulder drop down. Great. And reach the arm up. Lovely. Place it back down. And we're going to go onto our front now. Great. Let's start off with a quad stretch. So one hand under your forehead and the other hand finds your foot. You're then going to pull your foot in towards you until you feel a stretch in the quads. If you do want to lift the knee up slightly, you can, but make sure there's no tension in the knee. So just holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Same on the other side. Good. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Lovely. Working on our back bends. Let's start with our seal stretch. So we've got the forearms flat on the floor, shoulders pulling down, neck nice and long. You want to think that the back of the neck is flat. So quite often we lift the chin here, and that's not the position we want. Chin is in neutral, and the back of the neck is nice and long. So as we exhale, you're going to lift up until the rib cage is off the floor, and lower back down. We'll just do 3 of these. It's a nice way to wake up the back, but it's also a good strengthening exercise. And then we'll go into our full seal stretch. Off we go, so breathing in, breathing out. Keep the neck long, lift the rib cage up. Very nice, and lower back down. Breathe in, breathe out, lift up. You'll want to keep the legs slightly apart here to go easier on the back, good. And lower down, one last one. Breathe in, breathe out, long neck, shoulders down, and relax, good. Move the hands backwards until the elbows come up, and we're going to push all the way up. So breathe in, and out, all the way up. Lovely, very good, keep the neck long. Excellent, and lower down. 2 more of these, breathe in, breathe out, pushing all the way up, keep the neck long, shoulders down, and lower. Lovely. And last one, you can bring the legs together if you want to add more of a challenge. Breathe in, breathe out, and pushing up. Super, very good, and lower down. We're going to just do a little twist here. So you want to lie with the arms stretched out, then you're going to lift one leg up and bring it across the body. You'll notice that the shoulder that's flat on the floor, so the shoulder the toe is going towards, is going to get a nice stretch here. And then we'll lower back down. Same on the other side. So one leg comes up, it goes over the body, the other arm is flat on the floor. And lower back down. Good. Pushing back into child's pose. Reach the arms forwards. Nice big stretch through the back and relax the forehead down. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk the hands over to one side. Good. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And walk them over to the other side. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Sitting on the toes, or rather sitting on the heels with the toes tucked under. Just give them a little stretch. You can add an optional arm stretch here. Reaching the fingers towards each other as long as there's no pressure on the neck. And swap over. Good, and come off the toes. We're going to push up into a downward dog. So hands are going to be directly under the shoulders. Toes are tucked underneath. I'm going to keep the neck long. So driving those heels down to the floor, keeping the spine long. Don't worry if the heels aren't touching. You just want to be really drawing them down. And we'll hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees. You might want to give the wrists a little break because we're going to go back again and this time do our calf stretches, and we're going to do our ponche stretch where we lift one leg off the floor. So pushing all the way up, bring one foot into the middle, press that heel down, lift the other. Good. And switch. Great, and switch. Keeping the neck long, and switch. Press one foot down, and the other leg extends. Keeping your weight on your hands. This is a bit of a balance. Good, stretch that leg out behind you, and gently lower it down. So there's also a really good exercise for the core. Swapping legs. Bring it all the way up behind you. And gently lower back down. Fantastic. Come back onto the knees. And we're going to do our lunge sequence. So if you do want to hold on to something, just get comfortable. So starting off with one leg in front. Great. And we're going to extend that leg just a little bit so that when we push forwards, the knee is directly above our heel. Great. Sitting, it's either staying here with a nice tall back, or you can put your hands either side of your foot. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Hands go down to the floor now. Tuck the toes at the back. Stretch the back knee. And holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that knee down. Sitting back up. So that was targeting the hamstrings and the hip flexors. We're now going to go for a deep hamstring stretch, a runner stretch. Optional flex. You can keep the foot relaxed if you want. Holding on to something, because this shouldn't be about your balance. The focus is on the stretch here. We're going to keep the back long and pitch forwards from the hips until you feel a good stretch below the legs. And we're going to hold for 10. Very good. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Great. Pushing up into your parallel fourth position. Keep the neck long. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pivot round to parallel second. Hold on to the elbows and let the body drop. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now pivot round to the other leg. Staying here in fourth, again holding on to something if you want. And lowering that back knee down. So we're going to repeat everything on this leg now. If you do need to move furniture, feel free. So keeping those hips facing forwards, nice tall back. Stretching out the front leg a little bit, good. And pushing forwards. Lovely. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands either side of the foot. Tuck the toes, stretch the knee. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that knee down. Good. Sit back up. Runner stretch. Optional flex. Pivot from the hips. Nice long spine. Hold on to something here. That's it. Good. And hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Good. Bring the knees together. And we're going to sit in a beautiful mermaid's pose. Good. So knees are together, feet are to one side. We're going to go away from the feet first. So one hand supports you, the other hand comes up. And we do a nice big bend. Good. And back up again. Either holding onto the ankles or holding onto the floor. We stretch towards the feet. I know this one's harder. Good. Let's do one more of each. So away from the feet. Lovely. And towards the feet. Great. Good. Opening out the knees, swing them around to the other side. Same thing. So reaching away from the feet. And of course you can combine this with the breath. So this would be an out breath. This would be inhaling. And this would be exhaling. Lovely, sitting tall. So this is just a really great stretch for the sides, and we're also getting around the hips as well. And one more towards the feet. Lovely. Good. Okay, let's bring the soles of the feet together. Holding onto the toes. This is another good one for your TheraBands. If you do feel like you're rocking backwards, you can hold on like that. You could also put your back against the wall if that's going to help keep the back straight. So we want the knees out to the side, nice tall back. We're going to breathe in. And then trying to keep the spine as long as possible, you're going to go forwards. Then when you reach the maximum point of the stretch, you're going to drop the head down. Feel gravity pulling you down, and we'll hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Sitting back up again. And breathe in, breathe out. So this is a great stretch for the hips, but you should also feel it a bit in the back. Holding for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Moving on to our sandwich stretch. You choose how far you want to cross the legs. You could just cross the ankles, or you could go all the way so that one leg is on top of the other. Again, sitting tall. Try to pitch forwards and reach your fingers down to the floor. If you can manage that, and get palms down. From here, you can then look to bend the elbows and keep going forwards. You don't want to feel any tension in the knees, so all of this should be nice and gentle. And we'll hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sit back up. Lovely. Slowly uncrossing those legs. And put the other one on top. Great. So this is a really good hip opener. And reach the fingers forwards, palms on the floor, elbows down. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk back up. Great, so now that the hips are fully stretched, we're going to go into our box splits. So hopefully our box splits should feel a bit looser than normal. Good, sitting tall. So you want your legs just in a comfortable V shape. If you feel like you're falling backwards, either sit with your back against a wall, or you can hold on to like a sofa or a piece of furniture to pull you forwards. And then walk your hands forwards if you can, palms flat on the floor. If that's easy, then lower the elbows down. Good, very good. And hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit back up. Good. And then we're just going to bring the legs together. Give them a bit of a wiggle. Swing them under, and we're going to stand up gently. So rocking back onto your feet, tuck your chin into your chest. Keep the knees bent as you stand up, and keep the back curved. So we're slowly going to go through each vertebra all the way up until you're standing. Good. And then whilst we're here, let's just go for a quick calf stretch. Good. That's it. So back knee is straight, both feet are parallel. Sometimes there's a tendency to turn out the back leg, but do keep it parallel for maximum stretch. And then you're just going to bend that back knee, and you'll feel a slightly different stretch. Good. And swap over. So heel into the floor, hips are lifted. Heel is pressing down. And then bend that back knee. Lovely. Good. Well, hopefully we're all feeling stretched and ready for the day. Thanks for joining, and hope to see you soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.